Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive. In this episode of Car Review Court, I will be defending the 2022 Nissan Altima SR Midnight Edition.
And I'll be defending the 2022 Sentra SR Midnight Edition to prove to everyone and the jury that this car is a better bang for your buck than that bigger Altima.
And just in case you're wondering, I am dressed like a lawyer today because I have hopped on the bandwagon. My partners have invited me to the game, and we are in the playoffs. So go Leafs, go!
And the joke for that is you can't get tickets to a Maple Leafs game because companies own them all and give them to their business partners.
Yeah, so the section you see on TV is actually the suit section. Back to the video.
I would like to begin with the starting price of both of these, and that is an $11,000 Canadian difference.
A fairly large difference, but you do get a lot for your money, and these are not the starting price versions of these vehicles either.
That is true, and your Altima is all-wheel drive where this Sentra is front-wheel drive.
And we have discrepancies in the horsepower and torque.
Hit me with the horsepower and torque.
The Sentra has 149 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque from a 2-liter 4-cylinder non-turbo, and the Altima has 182 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque from a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder non-turbo.
I would like to hold off my exhibit of us flooring it until later in the video, please.
No, Exhibit A right now. 3, 2, 1. See you later, very slowly.
Okay, they're both slow, so I think that's a tie.
It can't be a tie, but they are both slow. This one is slightly faster.
And then my next point why you should get the Sentra over the Altima Midnight Edition, they both look so similar. Why would you pay more for a car that looks the same as the less expensive version?
These could not look any different, especially from the back end where I have 2 exhaust pipes, you only have 1, and my Midnight badge is beside my SR badge because I also have an all-wheel drive badge, which you don't have.
Does that make it better, the fact that those badges are next to each other?
Look, man, I don't even know what to say. These things look so similar.
Okay, so Midnight Edition means you get more stuff blacked out, like we don't have chrome handles on either of them, and then we've got blacked out at the front. But the Sentra has a black roof, which is, you get into different ones too. The Midnight also only gets you like black, gray, or white in both of these, which, as far as we're concerned, kind of sucks because there are too many gray, black, and white cars on the road. That's all we ever see.
And with the Midnight package, you also get black wheels. Mine have more spokes on the Altima, and more is better. So you've got 5 spokes. Nobody likes 5-spoke wheels.
These wheels on the Sentra are undoubtedly way sicker than the Altima, and I don't even care what you have to say in your fake lawyer voice.
Yeah.
And fun fact, today our channel, TheStraightPipes, doing car reviews, has hit 1.5 million subscribers. So thank you everyone for watching, subscribing, and big thanks to all of our sponsors. We'd love for you to check them all out. If you need some tires, what would be the Continental recommended tire for these 2 cars, Jacob?
The Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus.
And we'd love for you to click the SiriusXM links below to try a free 3-month trial, SiriusXM.ca or SiriusXM.com/TheStraightPipes.
And if you're shopping for either of these 2, head to tsp.truecar.com. People buy a lot of Altimas on TrueCar, with most of the sales being at MSRP or 4% below.
So thank you very much, subscribers, viewers, and sponsors. We appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you guys for sticking with us all the way to 1.5 million. I could not be happier to reach this number, and to be honest, I never thought we would actually reach this number, but it's nice to see it.
So you were mentioning exhaust tips earlier. We should probably find out which one sounds better. Please, jury, let us know in the comments below.
Good luck deciding that one, jury.
And then who has the better transmission? We both have CVTs, and we both have drive, low, and a button to click for sport. So I would say dead tie.
Do we have the same amount of simulated fig gears? Let's just see. I can go up to 8.
I don't have paddles. I actually can't do that.
That's what I thought. I win in the Altima because my client has paddles.
And I would like to defend that the Sentra doesn't need paddles. It is a putt around, get to work, don't really care about driving car, but it has a lot of nice features on the inside, which is where I'd like to focus my case next.
I mean, both of these are definitely put-around vehicles, but go ahead with your case.
With your increased price in the Altima, do you have a better infotainment than the Sentra?
I believe I have the exact same infotainment as you in the Sentra, and I have no issues using it. I have hard buttons for my volume and my tuning, and then hard buttons to control all of my audio and menu settings.
They both have Apple CarPlay, they both have Android Auto, and what's fantastic about this Sentra is the Sentra we reviewed in the past was very laggy. The screen moved, it wasn't too bright. Now it is all up to date. There's no lag, it doesn't move, it's very bright. It's a great update from previous models.
And taking off my lawyer jersey for a split second, there's actually some lag in this Altima. I think there's actually more, so I think the Sentra has the better chips in it now.
I know. It's crazy how that works. Okay, lawyer hat's back on.
Lawyer jersey back on. We can also rewind Sirius XM satellite radio in both of them.
And what's very cool is that you got your Apple CarPlay logo right at the very bottom left corner at all times. So to get from your CarPlay to your radio, you just click the audio button, and then when you get back to your CarPlay for your maps, you click the CarPlay button. It is very convenient to get through different pages. 10 out of 10 for both of these. I'll give you some points there, Jacob.
I will minus some points from both of us for the reverse cameras because they're terrible. This is like, I don't know, 12-bit, 8-bit, 4-bit.
They are not high res in either, but I do think in a higher trim of an Altima, you can get 360 cameras, which is very cool.
And you can't in the Sentra, you can only get a reverse camera.
And since the Sentra is like a competitor to the Civic and the Elantra, none of those ever have a 360 camera anyway, so I think it's fine. I'll let that go. And then both of these actually have really good sound systems. In the Sentra, I am shocked at how good the sound quality is considering it is a much less expensive car.
And I have no issues with the sound quality in the Altima either. And then I also have heated seats and a heated steering wheel, which I know you do in the Sentra as well.
Yeah, and it gets so hot. For winter, this would be the ideal steering wheel temperature of boiling.
And one of the biggest differences on the interior in both of these, the vents in the Altima are kind of rectangular and the Sentras are circular.
And to counter the square and circleness, I do have square cup holders in the Sentra, which is great for fitting my square bottle of Rich People Fiji water. Could I fit my Rich People Fiji water in your more expensive Altima?
No, you can't. And objection, you kind of really can't in yours either. You gotta like really squeeze it in there.
It fits, it just doesn't get to the bottom. There are smaller square bottles of Fiji, and then there's some square cardboard bottles. I'm just saying, square cup holders for the win, and it will fit a small cup just fine as well.
Yuri, when's the last time you saw a square bottle of champagne? I will answer that for you. Never. This is actually champagne holders in the whatever I'm in, the Elantra. No, I'm in the what is this called? Altima.
How about square whiskey glasses? I feel like those are pretty fancy.
Yeah, but you can also get round ones.
Not that you should have those in the car at all. Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Maybe if you're parked in your rich people driveway because you bought an all-wheel drive Midnight Edition Altima.
Just like the Black Edition Rolls-Royce. Midnight Edition, Black Edition, champagne flutes. That's how we got there.
Thank you for not objecting my car and helping.
A few more things for Team Sentra. You have the same gauge cluster and orange stitching on the seats and dash and everything as the Sentra. Why would you bother upgrading to the Altima?
Because of these leather seats that are very, very comfortable, and you've got cloth.
These cloth seats are just economical. It is worth saving the price, and they are very comfortable as well.
Economical is a good word of saying cheap.
Less expensive. Okay, I will admit that maybe the Altima is the better choice if you have more fake carbon fiber than my Sentra.
I have fake carbon fiber around the gauge cluster, I have it around the window switches, and I also have it around the cup holders.
Same as me, I guess you don't get points. How about sliding visors? Let's test those out.
Oh, this is a full pass.
3, 2, 1.
Full pass. It says sliding visor on the mirror.
Mine does not say sliding visor, but it still passes.
And then what about back seat room? I have so much more back seat room in the Altima. However, I kind of touch my hair a little bit more in the Altima for some reason.
Does your 6'1.5" hair touch the headliner in the Sentra?
Yes, but slightly less.
I think that's another point. Sentra, how about trunk room?
The Sentra has 14.3 cubic feet, while the Altima has 15.4 cubic feet, which is a larger number and more space to carry more stuff.
I feel like in realistic terms, they both have an equal amount of usable space. But, you know, a little bit of an advantage. Maybe you can fit 6 golf clubs instead of 5 golf clubs in that Altima. I don't really know for sure.
Cubic feet are a realistic thing, so I have more. And we're going to get into the driving stuff that differentiates these two while we're heading to Cliche Corner. But while heading there, I want to talk about miles per gallon. You get 32 miles per gallon in the Sentra, and I get 30 miles per gallon. Not a big hit for having all-wheel drive and this big block 2.5 liter V8.
I'll give you that. That's cool. All-wheel drive, I think, is a very important thing to have if you're feeling nervous, but the straight pipes have been quoted as saying you don't need all-wheel drive for winter as long as you have a good pair of Continental winter tires. And I think this with Viking Contact 7s would be just fine all winter.
While I can't object a statement of fact like that, through Cliche Corner, there is a big difference between these two.
Well, we'll have to find out. But on the way, comfort over bumps. Should we do the train track test?
Absolutely we should, but without hitting the train tracks, these are actually both very comfortable, and I kind of can't pick a winner between both of them.
Yeah, equally comfortable, which is very nice. And then another fun fact before the train tracks. The Sentra has adaptive cruise. That's why the logo at the front of the grille is darker, where the Altima does not in this trim.
Yeah, and then I have blank buttons on my steering wheel to show that as well.
And then another fun thing is the Sentra in a lower trim can come with a manual transmission, and there is a Sentra Cup Racing League in Canada, which I'm going to get to test one of those cars out soon.
Yeah, and I can't because I have knee surgery.
And there's no Altima Cup. But you could probably sneak that Altima into the Sentra Cup, and looks-wise, no one would probably know the difference.
Yeah, you're totally right. They look identical, basically.
And over the train tracks in the Sentra and Altima at the same time,
Pretty damn comfortable.
no issues.
Brake boost into Cliche Corner, both of us. Three, two, one, go.
I got tire squeal.
Oh, that all-wheel drive system hooked right up, and my CVT is singing.
I am pinged off 6,000, and I love the efficiency.
I got 6,500, and I am seeing you get smaller in my rearview mirror.
Yes, this is a little bit slower than that Altima, but let's see through Cliche Corner if I can keep up or not.
Through the twisties, the steering is extremely numb in both of them because we have driven both of our vehicles, but that is a compliment for a daily driver.
These are just chill commuter cars, and if you happen to commute through Cliche Corner and there's an Altima in front of you, I actually think you'll be fine because I'm on you, bro.
Ooh, this is nice. This handles really well. Yeah. And flooring it, and I'm gonna lose you in a second.
I don't think so.
Maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, maybe 25 seconds. Yeah, no, these, there's nothing remarkable, but there's also nothing bad. They kind of understeer, they kind of don't really do much. This one is all-wheel drive, but it's primarily front-wheel drive.
And this Sentra, I can say for sure, would look awesome as a race car. I want to see it race. I want to race it.
Yeah.
Go off my hit, buddy. If you can touch my bumper, I'll give you $100.
Oh, dude, I'm taking that $100. Here I come.
It's gonna take you a couple miles. I don't think you'll get there.
Dude.
all right. I owe you $100. All right, now back through Cliche. We know Sentra drivers are the fastest drivers on the road. They don't have time to wait for anybody.
No, that's Altima drivers, bro.
I think it's both.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is actually hooking up. It's not the best, definitely not the worst, though.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely doing what commuter cars aren't meant for, and it's not a failure, so that's a pass on both sides.
It's because they're the midnight editions, so, you know, they're just so cool looking that it doesn't really matter what they handle like. So driving-wise, they're kind of the same. They're both equally comfortable. The steering is equally numb. This one is all-wheel drive, so that will be an advantage in certain conditions like rain and snow.
And then this Sentra has an eco mode button, so I can save even more fuel.
Theoretically, you can.
So this is fuel efficient and a race car. Looks like the higher trim, has a black roof, is just as comfortable. We should probably get to the price and see if that Altima has any chance of winning.
Well, that Sentra in Midnight SR trim is $25,598.
Canadian.
And this Altima is $32,798. So for a difference of about $7,000, I have power seats and all-wheel drive and a big block.
You mean more room behind the driver's seat?
Yeah, that too.
And for $7,000 less, I'm more fuel efficient. I have racing pedigree, and I look the exact same as yours. So I think the better option is, if you really, really don't need all-wheel drive, you'll be fine with the Sentra.
But if you want all-wheel drive and you're more comfortable driving with all-wheel drive and you want a little bit more space inside and in the trunk, this is definitely the better option against competitors as well because of the value that you get for this price.
All right, so now lawyer hats off.
I think I'm still gonna go with the Altima, but I don't, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't even know which car I'm sitting in half the time.
The Sentra is really nice, and I have no issues with it. And I'm actually buying a Civic hatch to be my family car because I wanted a hatch, and it's a CVT Sport Touring. But if I needed to be a little bit more budget friendly, I feel like this would be a great alternative, and I definitely would consider this too.
So let us know which one you think actually wins this comparison battle of the century in car review court.
And thanks again to everyone for getting us to 1.5 million subscribers. And do us a favor, click the links for all of our sponsors: Continental Tire, tsp.truecar.com, and SiriusXM.sayer.com/TheStraightPipes.
What a special video for 1.5 million subscribers. This just shows that we just review everything for everyone.